College basketball's NCAA tournament, also known as March Madness, is the best sporting event. And the reason for that is that underdogs become champions, ordinary players become heroes, and teams make history. The big dance, as people know it, consists of 68 teams, and they're all duking it out, putting everything on the line, because if they lose one game, especially for the seniors, their journey for glory is over. And one of the reasons that this is the best thing ever is there's non-stop action. According to the tournament bracket on ESPN.go.com, in the first round of the tournament, which is the first Thursday and Friday, there are 32 consecutive and simultaneous games. And after those 2 games, there's 32 teams eliminated. And then for the following 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, there's 16 more games. And after that, it goes next Thursday, Friday, with 8 games, 4 games, until there's a champion. But in the first round, a fan can watch like 13 hours with no chance of getting bored, because there's numerous close games all coming down to the last second. And most games ending with the last shot are between high-ranked teams playing low-ranked teams. And the thing is, no one believes that a low-ranked team can hang with a really high-ranked team like Duke or Georgetown or Indiana. But the thing is that number 13 ranked team has beaten the 4th ranked team 33% of the time, according to listafterlist.com, which is very high considering the tournament has been around for over 70 years. And one of the biggest upsets ever was Virginia Commonwealth's monumental run in 2011. The big thing about that was they had to play a separate game just to make the actual tournament, and they won that game over USC, plus 4 others, including number 6 Georgetown, number 3 Purdue, number 10 Florida State, and the biggest upset of all was against number 1 Kansas. And according to like tournament history, that their run was practically impossible. And it was even harder considering that nobody thought they should have been selected to be in the tournament. Even famous college basketball commentator Dick Vitale said, "My wife knows diddly about basketball, but if you put her here and said, look at Colorado's resume, look at UAB, and look at VCU, it'd be a freaking mismatch, man. It would be like a beauty contest. Roseanne Barr walking in versus Scarlett Johansson. No shot, none whatsoever." And their run had such a big impact on their school's ranking, because in 2012 and this current year, they've been in the top 25 for most of the season. Right now they're ranked number 18. But because of these monumental upsets and these teams all vying for that one championship, that's why college basketball's March Madness is the best sporting event.
Well, you clearly state your claim at the beginning of the speech. I think you've got a nice setup of the background, and you appear very enthusiastic about the subject. Even though your voice is calm, there's a good degree of warmth and enthusiasm in it, and I like that. I think it comes across effectively when you're talking about this. The first pieces of information talking about the different games, I wasn't quite sure where they were going to fit. Ultimately, I'm kind of giving you some credit in the factual data category. But later on, it's no problem because you have testimony, evidence, you've got statistics, and you've got examples. So even if you didn't have it in that category, you were covered in all the other categories. And I thought you did a good job in citing the sources on each of those points as well. The example that you have is exceptional in the depth that you go to, talking about Virginia Commonwealth's run. And of course, it's an exciting story to go through. It's unfortunate that it started with the Trojans, but that's okay. If they could beat Kansas, I don't see why they shouldn't have been able to beat the Trojans. I mean, that's just one of those things that happens. And I like the follow-up that you came back and talked about how it's continued to have an advantage for them over the last couple of years, even though they, they didn't win the tournament. It still has had an impact, and it talks about these ideas about how anybody could win. And I think that that's the thing that makes it interesting, and you do a good job selling that. And like I said, you cited all your sources consistently, so I think you did a good job on all that. Thank you.